Hey guys, welcome to another episode of DeLuSioNaL's Arcade. So in this episode, we're going to go through something really special to me. This is actually a bar top that I built through Haruman Customs. I did a Donkey Kong one. If you want to click on the link above, you'll see it too. So in this episode, I'm just going to kind of walk you through this and kind of give you a tour of this thing. This thing is awesome and I really like it a lot. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay guys, so this is the bar top here. Looks pretty cool. I got it through, again, Haruman Customs. He does a lot of cool stuff. He CNCs everything together, makes a little kit, and he even has all the artwork and everything. I chose this color scheme. You could actually get the typical blue. It's like a little darker blue, and you know, the typical Ms. Pac-Man one that you see everywhere, but I decided I wanted to be a little different, you know me. So I decided to get the light pink version. And this thing originally, I think it has a light blue T-molding, but I wanted the bright pink because I got these buttons right here. These actually I got from Paradise Arcade. Brian has these and they're really cool. And this here is from Groovy Game Gear. It's the, I believe it's a Pac Pro Joystick. It's a full leaf joystick. These are leaf buttons as well. And then I have player 1 and player 2. And then it actually has future upgrade compatibility. So right now I'm running a 16-1 in there, but if you look carefully underneath, you can see like right there, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Those are 3 buttons there that I just kind of plugged up. But if you wanted to have it, you know, be a main machine or have a Raspberry Pi in there, you can, because you can add buttons there too. So these can be like an exit button, pause button, you know, any kind of admin buttons down there. But I left them blank so it, you know, that way I have it nice and buttoned up, nice and neat for, you know, 1 player or 2 player. So I thought it was really cool that he had that option there. You can get it blank if you want, or you can even, if you only want 2 buttons, if you don't want the curved layout, he really kind of works with you. It's really awesome. So that's the one I wanted. I wanted it to be kind of like a shmup, maybe, because it's a vertical. But right now it's running a 16-1. It's 4-way only, and I kind of disabled the 8-way games on there. But again, you can throw a Raspberry Pi, I'm sure, in the future. I do have a Scanline Generator. If you look inside here, you'll kind of see that everything's kind of, you know, has the scan lines on them and stuff. Looks really cool. It's kind of legit. So yeah, I'm super happy with this thing. I've had it, I don't know, a few months now. I kind of got rid of the, I guess since last year. It's been more than a few months, but I did get rid of the Donkey Kong I had here. Again, if you want to click on the link up here, you can kind of see it. But this one is, to me, is just a little bit bigger and it's nicer. And again, you know, you can just order stuff through the website. I'll put the link in the description, but here it is down here. You can see it's Haruman Customs. And I guess if you use this code here, you can see it down on the banner, you can get 10% off. So yeah, he's doing that for all my viewers, which is awesome. I actually met him, you know, through the BYOAC forums, and he's also a moderator there like myself. And then basically, you know, through ZapCon, we all met and we hung out a couple of years and it was really cool. Really good dude. He does quality work and he's fully customizable. So, you know, don't kind of take this saying, oh, this is how it's going to be. You can just do anything you want. If you could dream it up, he'll probably do it. Okay, so let me tear this thing open. I will kind of show you what I did with the control panel, the wiring on it and stuff, and like what I did to the back and how I wired everything up. Okay, so I have it here. I'm about to open it up. So I have industrial strength Velcro on the sides. You don't really need to open this up, but I don't want to put hinges or to screw it down permanently and have everything marked up. I kind of like how the carriage bolts look over here. Looks really neat. I put those. You can do it from underneath if you want, but I liked it through there. And what's really cool is that when I first got this, actually, it wasn't countersunk. You're going to see on the back when I flip it over. But basically, the Velcro, I kind of made it loose already. But it's really, really strong, as you can see. Like I'm trying to lift it up. It's really hard to do. All right, so this is it here. I'm just going to flip it over. I have this thing stapled in here. It's kind of like a dowel that I put in. That way it guides it along the lip over here on the bottom. So it kind of goes against that, and then I put it down. But it really is really cool the way he actually countersunk it. So he had it routed. It comes like that CNC'd already. But on my first one, I actually had it wrong. where he forgot to put that in there, and the joystick was very nubby, I call it, where the shaft was kind of like down here. So like it was really hard to play. So I contacted him and he just mailed it out. He did it separately, and you know, just like anything else, if you want something changed, you could totally change it. Here, let me actually go in the game. So you can hear it's playing Miss Pac-Man. It's totally adjustable. I'll leave this out actually and put it on the side. Because what I want to show you guys is this whole thing comes out here. So you can clean it, do what you got to do. And then I have the volume control actually inside. I mounted mine in the back over here. So you could turn it up. Let me just double check here. Yeah. So you could turn it up. Here, I'll turn it up a little bit. Super loud. Let me see if I can go up and down. Yeah, so this thing really does crank. So I'm going to turn it down. So that's a good volume there. Cool. So yeah, so inside here, let me quickly cross over here. I'm going to take the camera off. All right, so I just removed it from the tripod here. And you can see if I go in, it may be a little dusty because it's been a while since I got in there, but I have a Scanline Generator in here. So this is a Scanline Generator. It goes for about like 20 bucks on eBay. And then you simply connect the board into here and then that into the monitor. So that's what you can see. You can see that the power supply I used actually is for, you know, one of those Molex connectors, because that's all the 16-1 requires. So you can wire it up with a JAMA power supply if you wanted to, but I wanted it to be nice and safe and compact, and that's what I use because that's all it requires. Then I covered up, you know, some of the monitor stuff. It doesn't come with the monitor, it just comes with the kit, but he does have the mounting bracket in the back, which should be Visa compliant. I believe it's 100, the template that it uses. And I believe it's 100 millimeters, I meant to say. So yeah, so it comes with all that. So let me open up the back. I'm going to position the tripod again, and then I'll just tear open the back. But this is the front. Again, I have all the wiring going from, you know, I have the connectors nice and the ones that I'm not using. The reason I did that is because right now it's for the 16-1. It's wired up for that. But if I want to throw in a regular JAMA board, all I have to do is upgrade the power supply and then use the same wiring harness, and there's still stuff in there. So I didn't want to mess anything up if I want to add additional buttons down here and so on. So there it is. So let me open up the back and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this is the back of the machine. I did wire, it has a power switch down here. I wired it to go, you know, basically it turns on and it lights up when it's on and it turns off when you turn it off. If I open it up here, it's all done with Velcro, which is pretty cool. It's all industrial strength, so it holds really well, but it lets you take it off at the same time. So that's it. That's the 16-1 inside. I made it nice and neat. Let's see if I can zoom in here real quick. Here, I'll just bring it over. But basically, if you look inside, if I zoom in, that's actually a 16-1 board. You saw the wiring from the front and you saw the power supply. So basically, if you look at it, this here actually goes out to that converter that I saw over there, which is the Scanline Generator. And then that goes to the monitor, which is like right over here. So, and it does come with these mounts. You can order it. You know, he has the Visa compliant, which is 100 millimeter size. And then, you know, it's all pre-drilled and everything. So all you have to do is basically put your monitor in there, put these 4 screws, it comes with the screws and everything. And of course, you know, just wire this up. And I'm going to have a future video on how to wire that up because a lot of people get confused on how to do that, or they'll have it lit even when it's off. So I'll show you the correct way to wire that up. And then, you know, we can kind of look at it. So let me get in here a little better. So that's what I'm talking about there. So this wiring right here for this, you know, power switch, you kind of just do that, and then I kind of just spliced a power connector there and just plugged everything in, and it looks great on the front. And it's really quiet. There's no fans at all. Nothing really heats up because this board doesn't really heat up, so it doesn't require like any fans or anything. So it's nice and quiet. Just has the game, and then I have that small little power supply that's Molex. It's +5 and +12 volts. That powers right into there, the Molex connector. So it's real easy to do. You know, and those boards are cheap. They're like 40 bucks now, shipped. So, you know, and then I just got a JAMA connector, and I kept all the connectors on there. Typically I'll cut them off, but I think on some of these I just left them on there. I cut off a few, but then left the main ones that I need to. But it's just a typical JAMA connector that's plugged directly to the controls on the front. And then the LCD is back here. And this LCD, if you want to know what size it is, it's the 17-inch LCD. A 19-inch LCD does fit in this machine, but the reason I didn't go with that is because I'll turn it around and show you what I mean. On the front, we'll just get this, and I'm going to turn it off, by the way. If you want to see it, you'll see it shut off. See how it just shut off all the way? So I'm just going to take this out, that way I can spin it around. So I'll show you what I mean right here. If I were to put this in, right, let's see, it goes right on there. And I forgot to take this out. Let me take this out first. Pop it right on there. So you can see, now that it's in there, it kind of blocks the view. If you have a 19-inch, which goes up to here, you can't really see inside. So 17 is really the biggest you want to do for this kit here. And I kind of leaned it back a little bit, kind of just to simulate the machine. But this is the closest I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of machines, other bar tops, they just don't look right. You know, this one, if you look at the profile, the side, it's just characteristically like the Midway cabs. And, you know, it just looks the most authentic in my opinion. You know, it's just, he proportioned it perfectly. He did a lot of tests with it, and it looks really, really legit, in my opinion. I don't think you can fit a CRT in here. You might be able to squeeze a 13-inch in, but I'm not really sure. It's really designed for an LCD. But again, if with the Scanline Generator, you know, I have no problem using LCDs as long as it's a scratch-built unit. If it's, you know, you're taking a machine and you're throwing away a CRT, I have a problem with that. I don't really like that at all. You know, I like preserving arcades as much as possible, but this is a scratch-built one. It's totally fine. So I just put that on there like that. It sticks on there, and it's a little wobbly because I have it on a spinning thing, but it's really sturdy otherwise. But yeah, it looks really sharp. Really looks really nice too. So it's great. So so let's go ahead. I'm going to sit down and we'll play a few games, and you'll see how it works, and it just sounds and looks really great. Okay, so I have everything set up here. I'm just going to play a game of Ms. Pac-Man, themed to the cabinet. And you can see the controls here too. It's great, you can hold it just like the real machine. So it's pretty legit. So again, it's all leaf controls. This is a Pac Pro Joystick by Groovy Game Gear. And then the leaf buttons are from, I believe I have the micro leafs in there right now, from Groovy Game Gear, but the actual buttons themselves are from Paradise Arcade, the pink ones here. I think I missed it. And I died off screen because the guy turned from blue. So yeah, I love this thing, you know. Really is a lot of fun, especially now. Like originally when I had it, when the joystick was too short, I hardly played this thing. But then when I contacted Haruman from Haruman Customs, he said, yeah man, he's like, you know, I can get you a new one that's cut, that's routed. And it really is, I mean, he had it set for hap controls and everything, which this fits the typical hap control thing. I'll have a link in the description to all this stuff. This is a Pac Pro Joystick, like I said, and these are the buttons from Paradise Arcade. I like the buttons because they match the T-molding and stuff. It's pretty cool. Alright, so let me kill myself here. And then when you die, it actually goes to the control menu here. You'll see the front end. Alright, so then you hit player 1, everything turns gray except for the game you want, and then you can go to whatever you want. So in this case, I have Ms. Pac-Man, but you can also go left, which takes you to page 9, and you have, here's page 8 too, and then you can go to Fast Pac-Man, which is super fast. It has every version on here. So I changed it to look like hearts, so I know that it's the fast version, and works really great. I mean, this joystick is super responsive. Oh, I just died because I meant to go down. So yeah, so really, really cool. Gets a lot of play down here. You know, it's good if you don't want to have, if you don't have the room for an arcade cabinet. You just build one of these. And what's cool is they flat packs it to you, so it doesn't come assembled. And it is pretty easy to assemble. You know, if you want to see how I did it, again, just click on my other video, where I assembled the Donkey Kong one, and you know, and there it goes. Yeah, so this thing is awesome. I love it. So I'm gonna kill myself here because I want to show you other games. So there's Ms. Pac-Man. And fast and slow, and it fits the theme. So the games I have enabled, right here I have, here, let me go back to page 1. Okay, so there's Pac-Man, Galaga, Frogger. I have Donkey Kong in here, of course, Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong 3, Galaxian, Dig Dug, Crush Roller, Mr. Do, Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Galaga 3, Gyrus. Technically, these are 8-way joystick games, but they kind of function okay for me, so I just enabled them. But you can disable them if you don't want them here. Ladybug, which is a great game. I used to love that on the ColecoVision. That's where I first discovered it. And I would love a Ladybug cabinet because the universal artwork is just so cool. Burger Time, Mappy, Junior Pac-Man, Pengo, Phoenix, Time Pilot, Super Cobra, Space Panic, New Rally X, Kicks, Juno First, Mr. Do's Castle, another great game. Moon Cresta, Pinball Action, it's my daughter's favorite game, she's only 2. Scramble, Super Pac-Man, which I own, Bomb Jack, Shaolin's Road, King and Balloon, Van Car, Pac-Man Plus, Dig Dug 2, Amadar, Zaxxon. Zaxxon technically is 8-way as well, but it works okay on here. Puyan, Pleiades, The End, Congo Bongo, Jumping Jack, and then you have the 2 versions, which is Ms. Pac-Man Fast, Galaga Fast Shoot. It has like the hack where you can shoot unlimited, really super fast, great for kids. Pac-Man 2, which is like the fast version of regular Pac-Man. Junior Pac-Man, and Junior Pac-Man was earlier too. I don't know if I skipped over it, but this is the fast version of Junior Pac-Man. Pac-Man Plus, fast version as well. Let me see, I can't remember if I have Pac-Man Junior. Oh, there it is, Junior Pac-Man. So this, I'll go to that and show you how that looks. But these are all vertical games. They're all vertical oriented because that's what the board has. So this one is unique in that it scrolls. I actually adjusted it. You can adjust whatever lives you want. So I adjusted this to have 5 lives because this one's really hard. It's a hard version of Pac-Man. Let's see if I can get them all. Yep. So because this is hard again, I put it to 5. But the fast version of Pac-Man, I have it set for only 3 guys because you have an advantage. You're super fast and they're slow. So yeah, man, I really love this thing. This is so awesome, and I can't recommend it enough. And the kits, I think, for the basic kit, it's like around $200 something. The artwork and everything, the bezel, you know, the plexi for the top, the artwork and all that, that's additional. I'm not sure exactly how much it was, but it was pretty reasonable. And the fact that it can ship it to you, all you have to do is glue it together. There's no screws involved or anything. And there's really cool instructions on how to do it. And yeah, so I totally recommend these. I love this thing. Yeah, let me kill myself here. It's gonna take a while because I have a couple guys left. And lastly, let's get this guy over here. Kill him. There we go. I thought this was hard actually, and I played Baby Pac-Man. That Baby Pac-Man is really hard. The AI in that is ridiculous. So let's see, we'll play another game here. What should we play? Let's play Mr. Do's Castle. I should do a gameplay on this because this is a really fun game. It's very strategic. You gotta get all the keys, or you can smash them. You can smash them that way too, and they can build. Let's see if I can get them to build. And then you can push the ladder so they can't get to you. So now that opens up, you can kind of go up. And I'm getting ready to grab it here. And they turn into letters where you can smash them for points. Oh, I couldn't fall like I wanted to. There we go. So I got T and A up there. And if you get extra, you get a free guy. So it gets harder and harder. Again, it's a really fun game. You gotta try it. Wow, that was good. I got a lot of dudes there. Let's see if he'll come. Oh, I finished it. Alright guys, so that about does it for this video. I'm glad you guys liked it. This is a really awesome cab. I totally recommend it. It's a nice kit and it looks gorgeous, and people question me all the time, oh my god, where did you get that? I've seen other cabs that there's nothing like these guys. I mean, they do a really good job. I am also going to have another cabinet that I'm working on. I'm heading to my buddy Jason's house, and he's the guy who had the Star Wars themed game room. If you want to click up here, you'll see it. It was a really great thing. He kind of got a lot more stuff and like moved things around, and we'll check it out. So I'm heading down there next week. I'll, take the camera with me. And he does have a bar top also from Haruman Customs, but his is a widescreen cabinet that has 2 players, and it has a Raspberry Pi inside that we kind of threw the image together, and we put all the games that he liked on it, and it's really awesome. Now all it's waiting is for artwork. So we're gonna get that down there. I'm gonna deliver it through him. Mr. Joe Sable himself is actually printing our artwork. I designed it in Photoshop, and we're gonna go down there and apply it, and we'll show you the final cab, and that thing looks really nice as it is, but with the artwork, it's just going to set it over the top, so I can't wait. It's going to be in his nice themed game room there. And then in addition, we have some, in the summer, I'm going to work on some other companies as well. We're going to go through bar tops and stuff, and, we have a lot planned to have a shmup cab that I want that's 2 players, and it's probably going to have a 19-inch monitor in there. It's going to be crazy, crazy, crazy stuff, especially the artwork. It's all kind of custom stuff that I designed. That one I think I collaborated with a buddy who kind of donated his work, and we have a lot of people that donated, including the guy who makes the kit, and also the hardware inside. We have Focus Attack sponsoring our stuff on that one, so it's pretty cool. So you won't want to miss that. It's going to be a really good episode. Okay guys, so again, don't forget to subscribe. You can subscribe by clicking on the button below. There's also a little bell icon to notify you when I go live and when things are posted. And you can follow me on Twitter as well. That's @DelsArcade. And last but not least, I'm also on Instagram. I post to both Instagram and Twitter. So you click here for Instagram, and you can kind of follow me on there. And I post a lot of stuff that I'm working on. So yeah, it's really fun. Social media is amazing. Gets in this hobby, it really gets people connected, and it's fun doing the hobby, and I love doing it. So. And again, you've probably seen I've done live stuff in the past. I am going to do those in the future. They're really fun to do. They're quick, and it kind of keeps me in touch with you guys, and you guys can talk to me, and I can answer questions as best I can. So I'm still working on templates for that and doing some more tests, but I will be broadcasting at 1080p, 60 frames per second. Should be awesome, especially for live stuff. That's really kind of unheard of, with home use and stuff. At least not a pro. This isn't really a pro setup, but it's pretty close. Try to get pretty close. So again, thanks to you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.